I've been getting a lot of questions about my weight loss journey, how I did it, how long it took, so let's talk about it. Most of my before pictures that I post are from like 2019. The last time I weighed myself was 299.8, and I know I got well over that. I just stopped weighing myself at that point because I didn't even want to know. I started working on my health journey in 2020 during COVID, and I wasn't doing anything crazy. I started looking at the food that I was eating. I stopped eating out as much, partially because I was home all the time because of COVID. And I started with just doing 10-minute workouts a day at night. 10 minutes. That was it. Just like some body weight squats or something. And my family has like a super old janky treadmill. Like you couldn't go over 3 miles per hour without it like catching. I remember standing there like holding on for dear life as I was trying to jog. It did not work very well, but I tried, and that's the point. And I did that consistently, and I started losing weight. I didn't weigh myself consistently in the beginning, honestly, and I didn't take a lot of progress pictures. But let's fast forward to the beginning of 2021. I was down over 100 pounds in a year by just making small choices and changes and being consistent with it. And then in March of 2021, my buddy started me lifting. I started going to the gym with him, and he started teaching me some things. And from there, I fell in love with lifting. I fell in love with building muscle and becoming stronger. And I stayed pretty consistent through 2021, 2022, not really gaining much weight, building some muscle. And then in 2023, maybe the end of 2022 into 2023, I kind of let go of tracking my food. I felt like I got it. I don't need to do this anymore. I'm still eating healthy. I'm still going to the gym. I don't need to watch my food anymore. I gained 30 to 40 pounds that year. I went from like 165 up to about 205. Now, that was terrible, but I did build a significant amount of muscle during that accidental bulking period because I was still lifting heavy like 6 days a week and eating a shit ton of protein and eating good food, but I put on a lot of mass. I was strong as hell though. I benched 185 for 2, like come on. But then I decided I don't want to keep going this route and keep putting on mass. I want to drop it again. In 2024, I was in a calorie deficit on and off for most of the year. And in 2025, this year, I've been in a calorie deficit on and off again this year. I've been in maintenance since September because I had surgery to get the girls done in September of this year. And I'm like 174 currently, but I have a significant amount of muscle mass. I love my body composition and my body shape. I do plan on doing another calorie deficit starting in January for a couple months and then getting to maintenance right before I go to Mexico in April for my wedding. But that's kind of the quick notes version of what my body transformation has looked like from 2020 to 2025. So it has been several years in the making, and this video is getting kind of long, but if you've listened to the whole thing, thanks.
Looking like. And this is in one. A year later. 3 years ago, I completely changed my life and lost almost 100 pounds. So with New Year's resolutions coming up and the year coming to an end and everybody really wanting to get on their grind, I felt like this was the perfect time to tell you guys the big things that I did to literally completely change my life. I have so many videos on this, but the first one being to lose the weight I ate in a calorie deficit, and I did that 5 to 6 days a week. And yes, I still had cheat days 1 to 2 days a week, and no, that did not deter my progress. My mindset at the time to keep me going was that time was going to pass anyway. So when you're looking at an obstacle or a goal and you're like, oh, that's going to take me 6 months, or that's going to take me a year, or that's going to take me 2 years, like, okay, the time's gonna go anyway. With my meals at home, which was really something I had never done before. It's so much easier to count your calories when you know exactly what you're cooking and you're portioning your own food. I also started walking. I walked 4 to 6 days a week, and I always did just at least 30 minutes, but that felt like a manageable way for me to just get my body moving. I don't know if you guys remember the 12-3-30 trend, but that was so big a few years ago when I started this whole journey. So that's literally what I would do, is I would put the incline as high as I could and do it for 30 minutes. If I could go back and change one thing, I would focus a lot more on weight training, because I lost literally all of my muscle mass, and now here I am 3 years later trying to build it back up. I also started taking care of my appearance, because before that, I had completely let myself go. And I don't just mean that I was overweight. I mean, I was doing nothing to maintain how I looked. If you look good, you feel good and you do good. So I started using a lash serum. I started using a skincare regimen. I changed up my hair and started getting highlights around my face. I started getting my nails done. I was fake tanning every single week. And you obviously don't have to do all of those things, but those were little things that I started to do every single week to maintain my appearance. And it completely changed the game for me. My skin got clearer, confidence got better. Like, what are you waiting for? This one was really hard for me, but I had to consciously work on not ruminating about all the things that I hated about myself. I learned in therapy, this is called radical acceptance, and it takes a lot to train your brain to not sit around and just hate yourself. Those thoughts come up, to just let it go. You go, okay, great. Moving on. Something that's taken me literally 3 years now to figure out is that lifting weights not only helps with bone density and muscle mass and toning your physique, but apart from all of that, it builds so much confidence. Anyway, those are all of the big things that I did. It's not rocket science, and it truly is simple when you break it down, and I wouldn't change it for a thing. Every single part of the last 3 years has been necessary to get me to where I am now. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I'm done. Today is February 2nd, and I'm starting a new diet, a new lifestyle. I weigh, as of this morning, 206 pounds, which is actually insane because I've never thought my weight would start with 2. But by the end of 2025, on December 31st, whenever, I would like to duet this and be in the 150s. If I can be in the 150s and lose 50 pounds, that would be amazing. In 3 days, I've lost 3 pounds. So I'm losing about a pound a day, which is in total 14 pounds. 22 pounds down today. What the fuck?
Today, March 28th, I hit 25 pounds. 25 pounds down.
I have lost 30 pounds today. I did it. Officially 40 pounds down. Well, no, actually 41 today, but I forgot to take a video yesterday, so 40 pounds down. Today is June 18th, and as of today, I have lost 50 pounds. Well, it is July 30th, and I have officially lost 60 pounds. 60 pounds. Hello. I am here to give probably my final weight loss update because I have hit 70 pounds down. 70 pounds down. I was 206 in February of this year, which is crazy. And as of this morning, September 5th, I am 136 pounds. What the fuck? I don't know, it's crazy. So 70 pounds down I have lost, and I can't even believe I did it. 70 pounds down. We're super excited over here. That's the end of my journey though. As a 5'7" woman, I do not feel I need to be lower than the 130s. That's just my preference. I'm happy with how I look. I'm not trying to be out here looking anorexic, so now we just maintain. Thank you all for sticking with me through this whole journey.
I was gonna try not to cry, but it's not going well. This is it. This is where I started. On a New Year's Eve, I said I was gonna turn my life around, and we did it. It's like a dress now.
I'm starting 75 hard again tomorrow. I'm about to weigh myself for the first time in a very long time. This is my body now, by the way. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Here goes nothing. I'm 177.6. It is day 75 of 75 hard, and I'm about to do my final weigh-in body check-in first. I'm 153 pounds. Oh my God. This is the lightest I've ever been. 153.4. I have a wedding to be at. I was not playing. Oh my God.
I've lost a total of 75 pounds within 10 months, and here's how I did it. Get straight to the point. It literally just consists of two things: a calorie deficit and exercise. So when I first started out, I only did cardio. I ordered a walking pad and walked 10,000 steps every single day, sometimes 20,000, but I walked so much that my walking pad actually overheated probably like 4 months in to using it. And yes, I did oil it. Okay, but anyways, within those 3 to 4 months that I was walking on my walking pad, I lost about, I'm gonna say, almost 30 pounds. And after that, I felt a little more comfortable to actually start going to the gym. And then at the gym, I started incline walking, 15% incline for 1 hour on 3 miles per hour. And I stuck with that routine for another 2 months, I believe, before I started actually strength training and doing Pilates. Now I go to the gym 5 times a week. I strength train 5 times a week and also do cardio after every workout. For my diet, I have been on a calorie deficit for a while, ever since I started, and then once I got to a good weight, I actually stopped. I increased my calories a little bit, trying to grow my glutes back, which I did. Yeah. You're trying to lose weight and you're not on a calorie deficit, you're not gonna get anywhere. I promise you that. I've also gotten a lot of questions about loose skin after weight loss, and I did have some, especially under my arms, but it's not bad anymore. It's not like, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? I think Pilates and strength training did tone it up a lot, but also the high protein that I was eating. Everybody loses weight at their own pace. Everybody's body is different. I tend to lose weight a little fast, if you consider it fast. But I also had a goal for myself. I set a goal and I made sure to work hard enough to get to that goal weight. And now that I've reached it, I love it here. So get to walk in and start eating on that calorie deficit.
You have to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself why. Why are you doing this and how bad do you want it? It starts with getting comfortable being uncomfortable. In those hard moments, you gotta remind yourself that reason why. You can't sit around and wait to feel motivated. You have to be the one to make the decision to change your life. Ask yourself, how bad do you want this? I know I wanted this more than anything. I think about the best version of myself and I work on becoming her. I'm constantly reminding myself to keep going. It's not just about working hard, but working harder than you think you can. I'm constantly asking myself, how far can you push yourself? Do you have 1 or 2 more reps in you? Can you keep going? Most of the time, I surprise myself a little bit and I find that I do have it in me. That drive, discipline, dedication, and commitment to being better, it starts in these moments when you're in the middle of that workout, pushing yourself past your limits. How bad do you want this and how far are you willing to push yourself?
I just got back from the gym and I just realized that if I had not started my weight loss journey and started going to the gym this time last year, I would still be that big bag bitch that was 230 pounds, eating fried chicken 3 to 4 times a week, bed rotting, not doing shit, only getting up to use the restroom, taking a shower, working, and then laying back down. And now I weigh 155 pounds. I go to the gym 5 times a week. I eat healthier. I'm still eating on a caloric deficit because, I'm trying to look good for summer, And everything has just turned a full 360. And I feel so much better. No more health scares, no more feeling insecure, a lot more confident. I honestly love it here. I love this healthy lifestyle. So this is your sign. Get up and start going to the gym. Start eating right. The longer you do nothing, the longer you will stay a big bag. Very simple. That's about it. Get the fuck up and start eating right.
This is just impossible. There's no, I don't know. I feel like it's just absolutely impossible to lose any weight. I went from 120 pounds and then I had 4 kids and now I'm at 190 and I just don't know what to do. No self-control. Because I will just be like, oh, treat yourself. Get a cookie and then get 10 more. And then I'm treat yourself. Like, you don't need to work out. Like, you're good, you're beautiful. And I'm just like, I keep doing that to myself. And then I'm like, no, bitch, you do need to work out. You're fucking fat. Like, I don't.
I did it. It's not impossible.